Folks, I want to talk about cruise ships and whether or not they're entering some murky waters. Get it? Cruise ships, murky waters. So, it's been a while since I've talked about cruise ships, and if you used to watch my videos from a year ago, you would remember that I was unequivocally 100% against anything to do with cruise ships. This was during the COVID period. Anything relating to fun, entertainment, and in terms of cruise ships, I was totally against because traveling meant COVID. Well, things have changed. In theory, the CDC gave the cruise ships the green light, and they required 95% of the passengers to be fully vaccinated. Now, the Florida governor, is threatening to fine cruise ships for requiring passengers to be vaccinated, saying that it's interrupting the amount of money coming into Florida because Florida is a huge state for travel, and there's a lot of tax money at stake. So there's a lot of friction, but it wasn't going to be like smooth sailing from day number one. I mean, these things will take a while to iron out, but I'm going to tell you this. Eventually, things are going to go back to normality, and cruise ships are going to sail. I know what you're thinking. There are cases of COVID on the cruise ships. We've seen this last week. We're going to continue seeing that. It's not going to be binary. It's not going to be off or on. It's going to be a process. But remember something important. The markets don't factor in what already happened. The markets are always looking as far into the future as they can. And right now, there's still substantial upside, in my opinion, on the cruise ships. So I wanted to show you the three big ones, Carnival, Royal, and Norwegian. And as you could see, technically, they're all doing very similar things. If you look at a one-year period, they are all near the highest price of a year. They are all bucking that trend that came back, and they're above that gap down that happened last year. So Norwegian is sort of making a comeback. Let's look at Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean is much ahead, and if you look at Carnival, let me just go back to a 2-year chart, you'll see that it looks a lot more like Norwegian. The bottom line is, out of all of these, the one that I like the most happens to be Royal Caribbean because it has the most upside. It has actually recovered has recovered to where we were in February, or let's see here. Yeah, right around February 24th, where if you look at Norwegian, it has only recovered to the period of where we were around 3.9, and Carnival is right at that same place, the week of 3.43. So basically, the price has gone to the upside of Carnival and Norwegian to where we were in March, but it has already recovered to where we were in February in Royal Caribbean. As you can see here, relative strength looks higher. So if I was to focus on any of these, I would be focusing on Royal Caribbean. Now, if we go ahead and focus closer in, you will see that Royal Caribbean over the last year has actually returned 45%. Let's see what each of these returned. Carnival has returned 46%, and Norwegian has given us 54%. So from a perspective of relative strength, Norwegian actually looks the best in terms of the three stocks. But from a perspective of relative strength to the overall stock market, actually Royal Caribbean looks best. The truth of the matter is the correlation between these three stocks is about 95%. And the main concern that a lot of traders are having right now is this a good time to buy? Well, I'm not so sure about Carnival, and I'll tell you why. Because Carnival is still fairly above the 50-day moving average, which is right here. Look at all this space. And if you look at Norwegian, it's also a bit up. But if you look at Royal Caribbean, it's almost at the 50-day line, and it looks like it may not even get there. Now, the RSI is also at 44, whereas if we look at Norwegian, it's at 47, and if we look at Carnival, it's at 47. So the RSI is also lower on Royal Caribbean. I'm liking this stock right now, and I would be buying near the current levels. Now, it doesn't look like we're trending much higher, and it hasn't been the case since February. But typically, remember, markets have phases. They have congestion or sideways trading action, and they have momentum or vertical trading action. And I believe that Royal Caribbean may be swinging between this lower area and the highs, 98 area, for quite some time. So it may not be a bad idea to buy an option right now that has maybe a month and a half of time frame. And if price level stays solid at this level and bounces back up, there's a good possibility for upside potential. So I am liking cruise ships. I'm finally looking at them again. Out of the three big ones, the Carnival, the Norwegian, or Royal Caribbean, I am still liking Royal Caribbean the most. And I think there's a good potential option play in it over the next week, maybe 10 days. I hope that helps. Folks, most people don't know this, but every Tuesday morning, and I mean every Tuesday morning before the stock market opens, Wall Street tips its handoff to a number of stocks it's chewing up and getting ready to spit out. But the traders who catch it could lock in some serious paydays every single week. I'm talking about gains like 90% on Riot, 104% on First Solar, 147% on FCX, 122% on Moderna, even 232% on Oracle, and dozens more. It's all done by placing a simple trade every Tuesday and closing it out on Friday. You've got to click on the link below for a chance to get in on the next Tuesday payday. Stress-free, 3-day weekends for life. Folks, make sure to like this video. Subscribe to this channel if you're watching on YouTube. Stay ahead of the market by being the first to be notified when I post a new video. And have an amazing day.